Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Drunk with JoJo. This is episode 5. Oh man, it hurts my voice. That's actually not how I talk, guys. So, this is episode 5. Yeah! We're gonna do something completely different. We're gonna do Fortnite versus Minecraft. And I came to that realization because a lot of kids were asking me to draw something they know about. So, that's where we are. Doing Fortnite versus Minecraft. Okay, so let's start talking about what I'm doing here. I'm setting up storyboards, guys. These are quick little boxes where you can draw out really quickly and understand how you're gonna set up your shot with your characters. The giant arrows are basically talking about the flow of energy and how I want the action to come about. I quickly go through some poses on Google, and since I've done a lot of sheets like those, like you've seen right there, I kind of understand a little bit more. But I go through this to quickly get just to remember what kind of poses were out there. And once I got what I kind of want, by doing that, I figure out what kind of position I want, and that position right there is exactly what I chose. So I move on to making it, enlarging it on another piece of paper, and basically just blocking out the action and how the two characters are going to interact in 3D space. I'm liking where this is going, but there's some things that pop up that I had to change. Right there, you see me put the camera, so I'm moving the camera. Now that I know how they're going to be posing 3D space, I want to see how I'm going to line up my shot with these two characters. So I'm basically rotating the camera where I get a closer point of view, and it's more dynamic and it's more intimate. The shot is going to be a lot more intimate. As you can see, we zoomed in, and I start playing with what to dress the sides with. So I try and see, oh, maybe I should add two other characters in the background, maybe another character from Minecraft. I take a coffee break right there, but I realize it's gonna take too long to add more characters, so I'm just gonna keep moving with just 2. Right here, you see me kind of trying to see how I'm gonna direct your eye. As a person who's setting up a shot, you want to see where the direction and flow of the person who's viewing this, where their eye's gonna go. We control the eye by the reads. Usually you have 3 reads. The first 3 things you notice, like if I had a giant explosion and then a couple trees on the side and maybe a rabbit, chances are your eye's gonna see the explosion first, then the tree, or then the rabbit, and then the tree, depending. But you can see how it you start prioritizing what's more important depending on what is more amazing on a picture. So that's how we direct the viewer's eye. Right here, you see me just trying to figure out how okay, let me stop right there and tell you exactly who the characters are. Since it's Fortnite and Minecraft, I talked to my son, and we both decided on doing Raven, and of course Minecraft is the only main character. Well, not the only. I think Alex, that was his hand right there, by the way. That's Jeremy. The character they have for Minecraft is I think it's Steve. So I decided to do Steve versus Raven. Also, the person that was up there that we were thinking about for Fortnite was the fish character from the new season. But I should have gone with that because he's a lot more simple. Just not a lot of detail, but I wanted to go with Raven, and I'm gonna pay the price for it because he has all these feathers, all these little bells and whistles, but it's okay. I don't mind doing it for you guys. It took a little longer than expected, but it's okay. So anyway, right here I'm just trying to figure out how they're gonna be posed, just really quickly. I'm not really thinking too much about perspective. I'm just trying to line up the shot. Like I said, just block it in, trying to pull that and push that pose, see what's gonna work best. I like this, but this is where I get the idea. Right here we're thinking about focus. What's the focus? The main focus is them two, right? So if I have one head showing towards the camera, which is Steve in that last shot, I'm giving more preference to him. If we're looking at the Fortnite character, the Raven character, and you can only see the back of his head. I don't want that. I want to design my shot so you're getting the maximum potential for both characters to share the spotlight. So right here I'm trying to repose it so they're still fighting, they're still wound up together, but you get to see both their faces and they get equal screen time. Usually when you're watching a movie, this happens all the time. One character's talking to the other, and you see the cameras flip back and forth. You see it if you watch like anything. But because they're always on the screen, it doesn't matter. It's okay. But for one time drawing, one shot, you definitely want to get the maximum exposure for both of them. So I'm trying to figure out how to make them fight and be exposed and put on display the best way they can be, right? So that's why you just keep working it and working it. You see both their faces, but I'm trying to make it have make it feel real, make it feel alive while showing both faces. So I transfer over what I've been working on to another page. It's just to block out the same pose, but now I found the pose I like. You have the Raven's face right there, like straight up looking at the camera and looking at Steve, while he looks like he's still very much interacting with Steve. As I got the pose of how he's attacking Steve, I try to think of a story. When you're drawing, you always have to keep that in the back of the mind while you're drawing. So I'm considering the idea of maybe Steve somehow gets teleported into Fortnite world, where they're doing the battle royale, and he somehow gets probably zapped in. I mean, that's very likely. I think I remember seeing episode 4, I forgot, the season 4, where they teleported I guess a giant hamburger to the real world, and they teleported some Fox characters to the real world. So I'm thinking, well, let's do Minecraft. Let's have Steve teleport to the Fortnite world. Now Steve is completely doesn't know what to do. He's just trying to figure out how to get out of there, and here comes the Raven character trying to take him out, and poor Steve doesn't know what to do. So he's just caught it. We have this snapshot of that moment when they meet, and it's not a fun moment for Steve. So we're looking. What else I want to talk about here? So now that we got our story, you got the Raven being the aggressor, because he's in the middle of the game, a survival game, and Steve's in a different survival game, but not as like crazy as this guy's. Let me see what else on my notes. What I want to talk about here now, that right now I'm just adding the detail. Oh yeah, so as you saw, I pulled up reference. First we built the structure. I want to recap what I did. We did some storyboards on how these two characters were going to interact. After you did a bunch of thumbnail storyboards, then you start refining and pulling and pushing the character for maximum effect. The focus has to be the two characters fighting. That's the general idea. Then we built everything around there, right? And it's got to look cool. So we got the structure. Now after we figured out the action and the shot, now we start filling in the structure of the body and the gesture of the pose, and try to make it feel as alive as I can, while relying on the reference, because I'm not making this character up. I'm basically I'm taking it from, it's already a pre-designed character, so I got to make sure I capture all the likenesses as much as possible. And so right here I've already done the structure. I added a little bit of detail at the top because I'm very comfortable where that landed, because it was kind of tough to draw his head. His head is kind of like this abstract thing. You can't really see what's in there, so I had to kind of figure out how the eyes are gonna fall in there. I might change those up. I'm actually, this leads to my next thing I was gonna tell you guys. My next 2 videos are gonna be something different. So I was talking to some people at church, and they told me, hey, you know what? It'd be cool if you could do something a little bit more simple and tutorial for some young kids that wanted to draw alongside me, but some of the stuff I do is talk about is a little bit out there, a little bit more complicated, a little bit more in depth. So what I'm gonna do is I made a video of a goofy little character that I drew that's simple, that anyone can follow along with, and I use simple techniques that are easy to get a hold of and kind of add to your toolkit, especially as a young kid. So I'm doing that one. It's only it's gonna be very short, but if you draw alongside it, you'll end up with a pretty cool character, a pretty decent, funny character. And then you can apply those rules to other drawings, and that'd be cool if you guys send me your drawings, what you see me draw, and you draw alongside of me, and I'll definitely put them up here on. Just email them to me. The email is gonna be in the back of the back bumper of this video. So just go to Jox2contact@gmail.com. You'll see it at the end. Just pause it and just copy it, and just email me your drawings, and I'll put them up. All right, guys? Yeah, that'd be so fun. I can't wait to see what you guys are doing. You guys are probably doing awesome stuff. I can imagine. I'm excited about that. So this is where I'm refining the more details. I'm getting all the little holes. I'm putting X's. I like because this guy has some stitching. The leg, I'm still working on the leg. You see, I'm only refining the parts that I'm really sure of, and all the way from the head all the way to the knees, I'm happy about. It's the legs that are driving me crazy. The the shins and the feet. So I'm trying to figure out how they actually would look in 3D space. I was struggling with it for a while, but I finally got it, and it looks a lot better. So another thing I want to talk about is, so I talked to you guys about the easy video that's coming up after this, and then I'm gonna, oh yeah, so after that I'm actually gonna take this one and I'm gonna color it in Photoshop. Yay! The first colored the first time I'm gonna use the software package to color something on this channel. So hopefully you guys stick around for that. I'm excited to take this finished product and take it into Photoshop and show you some techniques and show you how I color these things. Oh yeah, you see that picture? I basically used my other one and I structural drawing, like the first phase of it, and I just drew really fast with a pen, really messy, just to like lock in some of those shapes. And then I went back to the red pen and took it into this horizontal. Well, I took the paper and I just turned it sideways and started drawing there. So right here, these blocks are a little bit more in perspective. You guys, if you guys want to get good at stuff when it comes to perspective, you got to just draw a lot of blocks. I can do a whole tutorial on that just on perspective later. It's not that, it's just a lot of practicing, and you'll get right away once you figure out the rules and how lines converge. You'll be doing perspective pretty, like you could get it there just by drawing it without the lines. But it's always good to take it back in and use your rulers and stuff if you really want to do a professional job. Okay, now I'm moving on to the axe. Right here it's kind of difficult, but it's okay. So the axe is kind of like squished because it's in 3D space, but I just try to, in my mind, draw a box in perspective and try to put it inside the box, so I can try to draw it in perspective so it looks realistic. So this axe, it's kind of squished and it's kind of like not dead onto the camera, so the lines are going to be very close to each other. That's what's giving it that 3D look, like it's actually in 3D space and it's being swung by this Raven character. Like I said, while you're doing this, keep thinking about the story. Start thinking about the background. So I started doing right here. As I'm adding detail, I start thinking about, all right, they're somewhere in space, and I start thinking, well, this guy looks like he's jumping off one of his structures that he made. Raven's probably had just built something out of wood, and he's jumping down. And I thought, oh, it'd be cool if he's jumping down off this wood plank, and the Minecraft character was probably building up somewhere. So I'm gonna draw cubes right under the Minecraft, kind of meeting up to Raven. Raven was probably just behind his fort, or inside his fort, and he's probably knocking on the door. Hey, I need help. Where am I? And here comes this crazy character thinking that this new DLC looking dude is trying to tear down his house, and he's just attacking before he attacks. Okay, so you know, Minecraft character has his own axe. I'll probably make it I can make it a diamond. I mean, I gotta think about what kind of material to make it out of. You know, me and my kids and my wife, we all used to play Minecraft together. We spent so many hours. Man, sometimes I think me, Yvette, and Jeremy and Angel, we played 4-player Minecraft, and we would be on that thing late, like too late, man. So I think sometimes it was a school night, and we'd be playing till like 1 in the morning, multiple times. But it was good family bonding. We loved it. So yeah, maybe if kids get your parents to play with you, that'd be awesome, because we loved it. We built our house and we just spent time in there. It was a blessing. Okay, let's see what I have in my notes. I'm filling in the color and all that. See, yeah, I told you guys I would do the Photoshop thing. All right. So now you see, I'm just getting more detail. Like you got the clothing, those giant straps that are hanging off, and then I'm adding the feathers. So yeah, one thing I want to do is encourage you guys to keep drawing. Like two things I want you to keep in mind. Like I said in the last videos, practicing is a big part of it. Just filling page after page. Like step 1, fill pages up of drawings that you attack the hardest things it's hard for you to draw. Like first, draw things you can draw. Of course, you want to keep that momentum. You feel happy, but like if you have problems with hands, draw a full page of hands. Look up YouTube, Google, and type in hands in different positions, and just draw each one. 1, 2, 3. Just fill up pages of hands. Pretty soon you're gonna start drawing hands without even thinking about it. So that's one of my recommendations. The number 2 is learn the rules. The moment you learn the rules, you surpass somebody who's just practicing. So practice and learn the rules of drawing, and you're gonna succeed so much quicker than somebody who's just practicing. You know what I mean? Learn them rules. Learn about perspective. Learn about 3D space. Learn how to draw 3D objects. And you're gonna get some cool drawings out of it because you're gonna understand. And maybe when you get older, or even if you're not older, you can start taking some sculpture classes. One of the things that helped me draw was sculpting. Sculpting is the mother of most of the arts because you're learning about shape, you're learning about silhouette. Well, silhouette shape, it's the same thing, but you're learning how values, how they change with mass, you know, and you start learning how things look in 3D space, you know. So I really, if you guys could ever get your hands on some clay, start trying to sculpt people, sculpt animals. There you go. Right here, I'm building out the background. So right here we got the raven jumping off his wood plank, his boards, and then the Minecraft character just kind of built up to that point. And he met him up there. Well, he was knocking on his door. Okay, yeah. Man, that's cool. So it's getting there. So we're still doing that. So I wonder what games you guys are playing other than Fortnite, huh? Is it just Fortnite or Apex? I think someone told me I should draw Apex next. Apex versus somebody. Well, you guys let me know in the comments. Like, I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear everything. Send me emails. What to draw next. Someone told me to draw Apex versus Call of Duty. Yeah, me right now, I'm playing a lot of Smash Brothers. I don't got a lot of time. So when I do, I just sit in front of Smash Brothers and I start playing. I like to use Robin. He's a cool character. Robin is. I like using characters not a lot of people think about using, and I'm pretty good with Robin. That's all. I just mainstream Robin. I used to use Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt is hilarious when you battle people, and they've never encountered Duck Hunt, or like, and they get so surprised because they don't know how to fight him because he's not a direct character. He's sort of like, he likes to throw like his projectiles in an arc. So I love me some Duck Hunt. But Robin's cool because he uses different forces, and you run out of the powers, and you have to like wait for them to charge. But you have a lot of cool little powers. If you don't know how to use them, right off the bat, he's kind of tough because he has like weak hits, but like he also has some very strong hits. But you have to like counter. You know, you got to know how to use them. Yeah. So here we go. Are you guys excited about anything? Let me know in the comments. Right now, I'm excited about Disneyland. They're opening that Star Wars world, Edge of the Galaxy. That looks cool, man. I was just looking at that. I can't wait to go. Maybe I'll ask my nephew to give me. He works at Disneyland. Maybe he'll hook me up with some tickets. Sorry, Johnny. I can't wait to go to that though, whether I pay for it or not. I know it's probably gonna be years from now because the line's gonna be ridiculous. For those of you who don't know, I used to work on Lucasfilms. I used to be there. I worked on World of Warcraft and all these cool movies. It was cool. I actually met George Lucas, and he was a pretty cool guy. I'll tell you guys about that story one day. I got to meet Jack. Well, I didn't meet Jack Black. I met him passing. That was cool too. I'll tell you guys more about those stories later. I think this video is about to end soon. So I just want to thank you guys for watching my videos. Like I said, don't think this is the end of this one. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna make it into a color image in Photoshop, and I want you guys to be there and see the end of this because I think this is gonna be a cool piece once I color it and make it, probably crop it to be a little bit bigger. So let's see. Thank you guys. Keep interacting. Send me the drawings. Show me drawings of what I drew. You know, draw what I drew right here, and I'll put it up. Okay. Also, give me suggestions. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys want to know about? You know. And I'll get back to you, or I'll put your drawings up here, and that would be so fun. I would love that. So right here, we're just doing a quick scroll down, up and down to see all the quick detail. That's the final shot. And like, let me see what's on my notes really fast. I want to give a shout out to my son. You saw him wave his hand in there, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And his friend in the comments, I saw that. I'm giving you a shout out. I forgot your name, so maybe I gotta look at the comment section to see who said that from my last video. So that's it, guys. Thank you again for joining me on episode 5. Yeah, we made it to episode 5, and it's a blessing. Thank God for that. You guys keep working hard, keep drawing. Remember, this is supposed to be fun, relaxing. You know, just keep practicing and make sure you just enjoy it the whole way through, okay? All right, guys. Talk to you later. God bless. Oh, like I said, one more thing. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook. You know, hit like on my videos, comment, and I'll get back to you. And I'll email me. The email's right here. It's right in the back of this video. So, thank you very much. God bless you guys. Bye.